Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this April the 8th, 2023, our annual turkey hunting show that we always look forward to every year in 90 minutes, so what we call the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio program as we head into our 23rd year on the air. And Steve Turpin of Turpin Game Calls has been able to drop in the studio with us again. Good Saturday morning, Steve.
Good morning again.
I know Steve looks forward to this because he almost is the one that sets me up every year to get this thing rolling, and we wanted to do it. And today is opening weekend for the young sportsmen in Tennessee, and we got a couple of guys from Mississippi on the line. One of them I have heard about, but I have not had a chance to meet. The other one I know about, and I can say a lot of things about Mike Giles, but we don't have time to tell everything about Mike. One thing we can say about Mike, he is saved on turkey calls. Are you going to demonstrate what you can do without a turkey call, Mike Giles? There's my man Mike Giles from Meridian, Mississippi. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. How y'all are?
We're doing good. How about you introducing this next guest? Because I'm pretty excited to hear from this man. I've heard about him and so happy to have him on Outdoors with Larry. Why don't you introduce him for us?
I tell you what, it's just one of the most outstanding men you'll meet anywhere. He's probably one of the earliest turkey hunters that I knew of. And back in the day when he was chasing them, he didn't talk very much about killing,
Yes.
And he still don't. It's not a focus now, but let me tell you, he's killed more than his share over the years. And Mr. Mark Mcphail from Collinsville, Mississippi, he knows how to make a turkey call and knows how to make a turkey talk.
Hey.
And let me tell you,
Yes.
when he retired I think he was about 58 years old, he started making turkey calls. And, he got in a few contests all over the country, won, I think, 58 ribbons before he retired from that.
Woo.
But Mr. Mark knows how to make the turkey calls talk and make them turkeys gobble.
Hey, good morning, Mark. How you doing?
Thank you. Thank you for having me on, Larry. I appreciate it.
I don't think you mind talking turkey, do you? I mean,
Not at all, sir.
Spent so many years president and CEO for a wonderful facility there, Anderson Regional Medical Center, and then had a heart attack turkey hunting back in 2008, and now has killed a gobbler in 52 straight years. Quite a collector. And Turpin, you say you know Mark?
Oh, yeah, super guy.
Has he spent any money with you? I just want to make sure.
Oh, he buys everything.
He does. Okay. I just want to make sure because I understand, Mark, you're quite a collector. Tell our audience about your collection.
Well, I didn't know I was a collector for a number of years, and I would just buy a dozen from somebody and pick out two or three that I thought were the best, and I'd give the rest to my friends or whatnot. And my wife made a mistake of buying me a curio.
Uh-oh.
And taught me how to do eBay.
Oh, my.
So she really messed up, but we're still married after 49 years.
49 years, and that's Mark Mcphail. That's a great story. And you guys, Mike, you and Mark have been friends for a long time. I'm asking everybody if they can remember that first turkey that they killed. And, Mike, how about you?
Absolutely. I could never forget it. I came to the game a little late, but as of nowadays, I was probably just finished college. We started getting a few turkeys, and, I came home from a deer hunt one night, and they had a church youth group out there having a bonfire out back, and I met this beautiful young lady, and, that next spring we were over there at Okeechobee Reservoir up on a hill.
Yeah.
One afternoon enjoying things,
Yes.
and I've got my attention on her, and out of the background somewhere, it's like a light bulb came on, and I could hear a turkey gobbling about a half, 3/4 mile down there. And the next morning, I killed my first long-beard gobbler.
The next morning. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow. All right. How about you, Mark? How about that first turkey?
Well, the first turkey I killed in Kemper County on State Line Hunting Club, hunting with my future father-in-law. And I had been a few times earlier, and actually went in '69. I had a dear friend who's deceased that carried me over in Alabama, and a hurricane came through. We didn't hear anything, but I just didn't have a car.
Yeah.
And I was 22 years old before I could afford a car. So
okay.
after then,
yeah,
turkeys better beware.
And since then, you've had a chance to you got the Royal Slam, which is a pretty unique thing to do, and you've been able to be a part of the NWTF for this long. What is it about turkey hunting that makes you? I tell people I can't vacuum my den, but I can crawl 100 yards. I used to before I had cancer last year. I'm looking forward to my first turkey season. I missed last year during my cancer process, but I always told people I can't vacuum the den, but I can crawl 100 yards on my belly to kill a turkey. So I don't know what it is. But how about you, Mark? What makes you enjoy turkey hunting so much?
Well, to me, it puts you closer to nature and to God. And
it does.
If you're out there and watch the world wake up and watch all the creatures and the reproduction cycle of everything out there, and if you can't believe there's a higher power in God, I don't see how you can be out there. It's amazing what all you can see.
And Mike, I know you're the same thing. My good friend from the Meridian Star, been writing for a long time. Mike's organizations with me. I know a member of the Bass Pro Shop team, pro team. Mike, I guess you kind of echo what Mark says, right?
Absolutely. And what I like about it, is you can, all of what he said, but different than deer hunting, you're not sitting there hoping the deer comes by.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I go out and hear a turkey gobble, and then I'm engaged with that turkey. It's like a battle. I'm trying to sweet talk him.
Yes.
So whether I'm there for 30 minutes or 3 hours, as long as we're talking back and forth,
yes,
it's all on what I can do. In other words, I've got a lot to do with it. Now, I may have to go to work, or, and as in Mark's case, he can just hang with it now and wait them out. But and finally hit them with the right love note, So that's the thing,
Yeah.
It's nothing boring about it. I mean, it might not be any shots quick, but
it's nothing boring.
No.
And Steve, I know you agree with that, Steve. It's those sunrises and things along that line that mean so much to you, right, Steve?
Oh, absolutely. And you love hearing just everything wake up, and like Mark said, if it just draws you closer to God.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
it does.
It's the experience out there, and I tell that to a lot of people. A lot of people don't understand turkey hunters, Mark. They don't understand how you can sit there forever. And there have been mornings that I didn't hear it gobble, but it didn't really bother me because things have changed so much. And you guys, I want to quickly ask you guys about this. What's the major change in turkey hunting from when you started? How about you, Mark? What would you say?
The number of hunters.
The number of hunters, okay.
The number of hunters and the way we hunt them, not being critical of anybody, but it's changed, from the old school.
How about you, Mike?
Well, when I was young, I could hunt half Mississippi and Alabama. I had plenty to hunt, places to hunt.
Yeah.
Probably the worst, that I've seen. We had a lot of hunters in areas back then, but the timber management and land management is not, it's
That's
changed.
Right. Yeah.
The clear cutting, and
yeah.
You might have several thousand acres cut in one spot, and there's not going to be any turkeys there once it gets thick for a while. They got to go somewhere. So that's the biggest problem I have now is finding
loss of
areas
habitat.
that have turkeys,
yeah.
That you can hunt.
And also we might mention that the camel industry had not been invented when I started.
Amen.
I have great respect for the camel industry right now. It is it's a tough thing. I don't know how many patterns people wear now and how many patterns they can come up with. I have a particular one I like, and it looks cool, even when I'm in Walmart. So there's different things along that line. But favorite gun, shotgun, what do y'all use? What do you use, Steve?
Last 4 years, I've been shooting a Benelli 20 gauge.
20 gauge, okay. Benelli 20 gauge. How about you, Mike?
Benelli Vinci is pretty light, 12 gauge, and I will have to say just recently got a Mossberg super tactical turkey gun. That thing is real light, and it won't kick your shoulder off.
That's what I was wanting to know about. How about you, Mark? What do you use?
Well, I don't know if I can pronounce it correctly. Frothy.
That's good enough. We know what you're talking about.
That's close. Anyway,
yes.
And it's a 12 gauge, and I'm getting old enough that I'll probably have to go something smaller. But I still don't shoot TSS. I'm still on the old school.
Are you? You're old school then, for sure. I know those 12 gauge get kind of heavy, So for me, but I'm interested in this Mossberg that Mike was talking about, because I may have to change. I'm not the same person I was when not too many years ago after what I've been through. But guys, I appreciate y'all being with us. Mark, thank you. Glad to talk to you. Hope to meet you someday. And watch your running mate there, though. Mike can do it. Mike's a good man. Yeah, and I appreciate you, Mike Giles, more than you ever know, buddy. Thank you for all that you've done for teaching kids so many valuable lessons, and I know that's your passion of the wild. You can
Absolutely.
Still get that book, right, Mike? Tell them about that.
Absolutely, yes. Passion of the Wild is about people overcoming obstacles in life and in the outdoors. And, if you were to call me, you could get one, but we're about out of the third printing. And
third printing, great.
Yeah. That's right. We're actually out of the third printing, but I scrounged up a handful and working on my turkey book now. All
right, that's Mike Giles, Giles. You can find him anywhere, and if you want to know about collecting things, sure, Mark Mcphail too. Guys, thank y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. Talk to you down the road, okay, buddies?
Oh, thank y'all. Thank you, Larry.
All right, thank you. Let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry. Make some music. There he goes. We'll be right back.